Alright, successful trip to the scrapyard. Got a windshield wiper motor. This, because I broke the one I had for cruise control. And a proportioning valve. I'll show you that when we get it all inside. We also went to Crappy Tire. Got some hose and brake lines, so we can hopefully delete the ABS today. Alright, so the plan for today, we're going to put the new windshield wiper arm and motor in the car. That way I can finally close this up. We've got the trim up there, freshly painted black. We also picked up some hose to go where the fit valve is. So on the US market, Honda, probably most, I know specifically for the B series, they have this fit valve for idle, which is, I believe, for when the car is cold, and once it warms up, it runs off the IAC. JDM cars don't have this, and it's so much nicer. But anyway, we took out the stock hose that was here because it also attached to the intake. So we're just gonna run a line from there down to there, so we can delete that, have that be nice and clean. And we got the non-ABS proportioning valve and some brake lines. They're sitting over there. Custom brake line job we're gonna do to mold those in and get rid of that yucky old ABS. Free up some room. So we just got the wiper motor in, covers back, and the wiper arms. So now we can finally see what it looks like bundled up. Pretty nice. Alright, next we'll probably throw that hose on there. And it's time to pull this motherfucker out of there. Be gone. Nobody wants ABS on a 2000 Honda. And we'll have less of these disgusting brake lines in there. We'll have that new over there. Oh, that new. Yeah. Oh, alright. Everybody slow clap for Canadian Tire. What does this say? 5/16 inch? Yeah? Supposed to be 5/16 inch? Can we read this? You can read that. What does that say? 1/4 inch? 5/16 inch. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? You can't put the right hose in the right fucking package? I mean, I'm gonna make it work, but like, if I had to go back to the store and waste fucking gas money just to get another one of these, I'd be livid. I want my fucking money back. Like, really? That's just... the fuck, Canadian Tire. Alright, so we managed to get that line in there. From there to there. It doesn't go on all the way flush since it's a little bit small. But it's not really high pressure line. We'll make sure it doesn't leak in the summer, or try and push it on, I don't know, whatever. This will do for now. Get the idea. It looks a lot cleaner than the, I'll show you what was in there. So at least it looks way better than this janky piece of crap. And there's the old sloppy window wiper motor. So that's why we got all those fresh bits in there. And now we can move on to brakes. Alright, so that time lapse was probably almost a half hour. You want to know what I got out? One fucking line. Yeah. That's why working on cars can be great, and it can also fucking suck. It's gonna take me so long just to get that out, and then go from there. We finally managed to get all the lines off, got that old valve out. This is the new non-ABS line, or proportioning valve, put in. Now we just have to take all the old lines out, take out the ABS thingy module, and then run the new lines. Oh, finally! No more stupid ABS. Took that out. Gonna have to clean this and I guess paint that a little bit before it all goes back together. But oh my god, so much more room for fucking activities now. Let's get it. I can put in our custom lines, make this thing clean again. Hashtag. Okay, so in case I didn't mention it yet, things for the ABS Elite. You just need to grab the non-ABS proportioning valve from a non-ABS vehicle. Just went to the scrapyard. And then you'll need brake lines for feed and return to here, as well as the driver and passenger side. Now you could pull these out of the scrapyard and reuse the OEM ones, but it might be difficult. Depending on how old they are, they might crack when you try and bend them. The ones up here would be the easiest ones, but I'm just gonna buy fresh ones. We got new lines so we can run our own on each side here. And to remove it, you just bleed all of the fluid out of each side through the calipers, and then this will be just about empty. There might be a little bit that stays in the bottom, but that's normal. And then you unplug and pull out the ABS module and throw that crap in the trash. And for me, I just cut the wires off the harness and then glued them so that none of the ends will ground out on anything or cause any problems later. But next step, we're going to clean up the area here where the ABS module was, and then we can start running our lines and putting it back together. Okay, so finally managed to get that to thread in. So now it comes out behind the fuel filter, does this loop, and then attaches in. And then it runs out from here, runs down the side under the battery tray, up and over. The battery's in there, you won't even be able to see that. This wire covers it, this will be plugging in here, so I think that looks pretty good. Now we gotta do the other side, which So this side I did in the normal steel brake line, which I would have used copper nickel if they had it for the metric in that size. So they only had it in the shorter one. So we're gonna see how much easier it is to use the copper nickel wire here, because it's a lot more bendy, more user friendly, I guess. But we're gonna do that for the driver's side, and then I need to buy a couple new lines just for the feed and return from the brake master to there, and then she'll be all set. Okay, so now on this side I've just pushed the brake line through the spot. This one's a lot more flexible, so I'm just kind of bending it while it's in the car. I just pulled it through, bent it how I need it to get it towards the back, and now it's attached in there, coming down, over, through. I'm just gonna finish pushing that, and I'll show you what that looks like after. Okay, so we finished running the line on this side. I've got it going, let's see if I can get a better angle here. Going down right after, under the master cylinder, where it kind of makes a loop. Now obviously this wound up being way too long of a line. It goes from there, over, loops back, through there, and then it cleanly makes its way over through the hole and into here. Now this is, what's the size on this one, so I can do 51 inch. So that's the 51. I used the 72 on the other side, and that one wound up being too much. So you could probably get away with a 51 over there if you have really tight bends. Maybe 61 to be safe. You can definitely save 10 inches of play there. And this is a 51. I would do at least no more than the 42. You could probably draw lower than that, depending on how you make your bends. And so now I need to buy lines to go from here to there, which we'll probably only need 12 inches. I'll see what the sizing is. Less than 2 feet, but maybe just more than a foot. And that's it. After that, you just fill the cylinder with fluid, go through your normal brake bleeding procedure. Obviously test out the car, make sure there's no leaks, any of that. I won't be able to do that for a little while. So main things to do it, you just need the non-ABS proportioning valve, and then you need to either remove the brake lines from a donor car or buy your own fresh ones like I did. And then you just bleed the fluid out of one of the calipers, get rid of the fluid in the lines, and you take out the old valve, remove all the ABS here, unplug it all, and then put in non-ABS, hook it all up, put it in, good to go. Pretty simple. Seems a little intimidating at first, and of course it really depends on the room that you have in your engine bay. If I could drop the engine, this would be a lot better. And of course, if you've got a bunch of stuff in here, you may not be able to do it like I did, or you'll have to remove the intake and whatnot. But otherwise, it's pretty straightforward, easy to do. I'd say even in the car, and it looks a hell of a lot cleaner as well. So happy to have all the extra room there and some fresh brake lines. And I will probably be doing steel braided lines here at some point, so also I'm not going to fill the system yet. But once I have done all that, then we can put the fluid in so we don't have to. As I was lying, we went and we got the other lines, just got two 20-inch lines. I guess we're gonna go ahead and finish these. So right now we're just eyeballing where we want to route them. We need to have one line going from the right side to the side here, and then from the top to the left. We're gonna do a little bit of measuring and just kind of get a feel for it, and I'll show you once we get a good start going on it. got the one line in now, runs from here through into there. Looks pretty clean. So I mostly just measured the distances like here to here and dropped down, but other than that, kind of just eyeballed it and made bends. I think that looks pretty clean. Could practically say OEM. Fresh new lines. So I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and do the last one from here to there and show you that once it's done. Alright, so we got the last line routed here, goes over and into the reservoir, or into the proportioning valve, and that wraps up all the ABS delete stuff.
Guacamole to the party, I'll say no, no. If you ask me bring the guacamole to the party, I'll say no, no, no. That shit's too expensive.